Well, my interest in performance analysis sort of started at university, really. I went to Loughborough University after obviously my time at Reading with Brendan, and there was a kind of lots of components that we looked at within the kind of sport and exercise science spectrum, if you like. And then the kind of new thing that was coming in at the time was this performance analysis. And it's just something, because of my sort of interest in the game tactically and coaching and everything, I just felt it kind of married the two, the coaching side of things and also the kind of sports sciencey side of things together quite nicely. And then when I came home, it coincided with Brendan getting the job at Swansea, so the opportunity to link up with him again and work with him and learn from him was fantastic for me. So on a match day, we have our final presentation to go through, which is called the match day presentation, believe it or not, and that's on set pieces mainly. Usually we sit down the day before, myself and Colin Pascoe, and we'll go through some set plays that he's devised, kind of as a result of watching maybe areas to exploit from them. He'll devise set pieces that might maybe win us a game. For example, perfect example, which is our best example, which was on Friday, and that was a masterpiece. That was the Rangel corner, and that was something which looked at Millwall, worked out, right, this is a bit of space might open up, we can pull them away and open up this gap, and to be fair to Pasky, he pulled that one out of the bag because he thought of that. Andrea's delivery was fantastic and the timing was superb, but that is a perfect example of how all this, we didn't go on to win the game unfortunately, but it's a perfect example of the templates that obviously Brendan works off, because they're so thorough that you will reap the rewards, and that was very, very pleasing to see that. It's taken a while to get there. And about probably just under 24 hours after the game, the whistle was blown, we will then receive the match file back from Amisco, which will be, which is obviously this is the match file from Millwall here, and it's a very comprehensive booklet of statistics on every single player, every single phase of the game, and obviously team generic statistics. Obviously, because how the cameras operate within the ground, we're also able to, in terms of analysis, we're able to map a kind of an animation view of exactly where the players are on the pitch with a kind of video of the game. So it kind of takes that analysis up to the next level, really. So obviously, due to the kind of three-dimensional nature of the cameras, we can look at team shape, how close units are together, whilst always also reviewing the video at the same time, and it kind of gives us it's a really good tool actually. It gives you kind of a bird's eye view of the game, and it's a really good way to kind of analyse tactically how the team's performed. It's interesting to see as the sort of templates that Brennan's brought with him and that I'm working on putting in place, how our time here has grown and how the players are now starting to really buy into it.
I think in the modern day, I think it's a big part of it, reflecting on a performance and also looking ahead to opposition teams. I think just gives you a bit of an edge.
I think it's vital in the modern game, and obviously the work Chris does is it helps us massively when we go out on a Saturday. I think you need to know as much as you can about the opposition, who you're lining up against, as well as obviously study your previous performances. So I think it's a great asset to have at our club.
I can't argue the point enough to them of how important it is to just go back and just review what you've done, because obviously you're in the game and you're seeing it from your own eyes, but when you see it from above, up on the gantry in a wide lens, you realise how much time you did or didn't have, or what you could have maybe done. And the players are really, really buying into it now, and they're good lads. They take it on board well. I'm very lucky because obviously Brendan and my connection, from before. and he's obviously someone who, as most people would say, is a good person to work for, because he obviously puts a lot of trust in you to do your work and do your work well, and it's something where he'll always utilise the service as well, always use it, and I've loved every minute of being here so far. Just hopefully we can get promoted now.